the Diabolic Gift, we're going to be bringing you our WPT final game against Neon Umbreon, who ended up being our opponent. So I'm just going to get right into it and say what we are bringing. We brought a standard Dragonance Charizard with Outrage, Earthquake, Dragonance, and Fire Punch, which is pretty standard, other than the fact we didn't bring Flare Blitz. We brought a Choice Banded Explosion, U-Turn, Earthquake, Stealth Rock, Landorus, Incarnate. We brought a Weakness Policy, Autotomize, Energy Ball, Flash Cannon, and Flamethrower, Celestia. We brought pretty much something that could just beat everything he has as a lead, which is Electrium Z, Nasty Plot, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Ice, Flash Cannon, Thunderous Incarnate. He did have a Shaman, but I mentioned it to him that Celestia pretty much hard walled that, and I just felt that it was better to be able to counter lead Diancie. And I mainly did that because Diancie's one of his most reliable rockers. Necrozma could not fit 4 moves outside of rocks, nonetheless rocks. I didn't even expect it really to come. And then Hoopa U, which is the most unique set on the team, which is Focus Sash with Ice Punch, Thunder Wave for Celestia, Hidden Power Steel, and Hyperspace Fury. And I was kind of banking on that Sash a little bit because of the lack of rocks. And then I have a Life Orb, Calm Mind, Icy Wind, Focus Blast, Surf, Keldeo. I'm going to get right into it. And I'm going to lead, of course, Thundy Eye. And he's going to lead Diancie here. And if he would have not Mega this turn, he would have had about a 4% or ish chance to live, assuming he did not invest any bulk. He does Mega Evolve, which means he has a 0% chance to survive my Flash Cannon. And I was going to go into Rotom-Wash. And here I'm like, okay, do I set up a Nasty Plot? Do I Z Thunderbolt? Do I switch out? And I'm like, I can't really switch out. There's no good option for that. And if he's offensive and I try to go for a Nasty Plot like he's Specs, I could just get flat out one hit KO'd, and that's just not good because this puts in so much work. So, and I know Z Thunderbolt is like it's like a 60% roll in my favor, maybe 62. But I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna take the roll. And as you can see here, it actually plays out a lot in my favor. Since it wasn't offensive, that means it probably is a roll. And I'm going to set up an Acid on Necrozma. He's going to go for a Rock Polish. Now, here I pretty much know he's offensive, and I have a really high chance to 1-hit KO offensive. I'm just going to set up a Swords Dance. I'm going to knock this thing out. And now he's going to go into Blaze, and I'm like, this king probably isn't Scarf based on what he's already tried to do to me. But it is, and he goes for Mind Blown. I'm like, yeah, if that's your only fire move, you're pretty much fucked, because I can go right in my Charizard, set up right on your face. And the Edgy stays in here, and yeah, I just let this die, which means that I can just drag this right up. He's going to go into Zygarde, and I'm like, okay. So the best thing I can do is just Outrage here. I don't really have an option of Flare Blitz, because fuck, this thing's the most dangerous thing on this team. He does opt to stay in, which means the Celestia is still right here, but I don't think it can do much. And Outrage is like 57%. I'm pretty sure I probably outspeed unless he crept this. And yeah, he did not. So that just lets me take the game in 9 turns. And yeah, we win the WPT with flying colors. And that pretty much wraps up our season. And we end up being the WPT champions for season 2. Really, honestly, I was kind of expecting more, but still a fun game. For me, at least. Probably not for him. Definitely enjoyable for me. I definitely prep well too. I had a mock. It probably went a little bit worse than this, but Keldeo ended up winning that mock. And Keldeo very well could have won this after Mega Diancie died. Pretty much alone. I mean, just looking at his team. He didn't have anything outspeed me. It could have just, annihilated most of his stuff. But Thunder has put in a lot of work. Charizard finished the game up and got the last 3 kills. So ultimately, it was a pretty fun season in WPT. And yeah, that's about it.